Rolling.
Alright, so hi, I'm Connor Hafner. My story takes place in 1993. I'm a freshman in high school, and I'm not this clean-cut, preppy kid back then that I am now. I was a punk. And I don't mean a punk like I spray painted my name on the wall or smoked cigarettes. I mean long hair, piercings, loved punk music. So, myself and a bunch of my other punk friends talked our parents into letting us come to New York City for the first time ever on our own and see a punk show. Luckily for us, our parents didn't know what a punk concert's like, because they are a harsh, physical environments. And this time I'm standing maybe 5 feet tall, 100 pounds. And for those of you who haven't been to a punk show, they're full of mosh pits. Mosh pits are violent, angry places. But I'm kind of dumb and fearless, so I go running headfirst into the mosh pit. Get knocked down, get back up, get knocked down, get back up. This goes on for hours. So eventually some guy turns and looks at me and is like, "Hey, up." I'm like, "Oh, you want to go crowd surfing? Sure, no problem. I'll throw you up there." I'm this tall again. Don't forget, I'm this tiny little kid. No way I'm going to get this guy up there. He goes, "No, you." So I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure. I'll go up there." So he grabs me. He throws me up in the air. I'm up there for about 2 seconds. And for those of you who don't know what crowd surfing is, you literally get passed from hand to hand. You're just smashing people on the back of the head. You're pissed off and throw you at the next guy. So I'm up there for about 2 seconds when I realize that there is a big gap between the edge of the crowd and the front of the stage. And I'm very rapidly approaching it. But it's happening one of those slow motion kind of moments where you're kind of looking over your shoulder and you're like, "Uh-oh, this is not going to end well." So I get right to the edge. Security guard sees me, make eye contact. I'm like, "All right, he's going to save me. I'm okay here." But no, he grabs the kid next to me. So I fall head first from 6 feet up into the concrete. Security guard picks me up, drags me into the security tent. The medic looks at me, starts asking me all these questions. How many fingers am I holding up? Are you okay? I'm a little teenage punk. I'm full of adrenaline. I'm like, perfectly fine. Let me get back out there. I want to go back into the mosh pit. So I run back out there. I'm out there for another half an hour or so. Finally, the show ends. Walk outside. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the lights, and my head is just killing me. The lights are just blinding me. All the symptoms of a concussion are just flying at me at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Get on the train, heading back home, falling asleep, passing out, doing the thing you're not supposed to do when you have a concussion. Luckily, my nice friends are shooting spitballs at me, so they're keeping me awake so that I'm not going into a coma. Get home. My dad picks us up from the train station, politely drops all my friends off at their houses, looks at me and goes, "What, are you drunk?" My head's bouncing around, my eyes are rolling up in the back of my head. "No, I'm not drunk. I knocked my head on the ground, knocked myself out." So he slams on the brakes. He floors in the other direction, flies to the hospital, gets me inside. They call the doctor. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning now. The doctor comes home from his house in his pajamas, basically. Gives me an MRI. Shows my dad the MRI and goes, "I have good news and I have bad news. Good news is your son has a brain, as we can see here. Bad news is he doesn't know how to use it." So, I'm here today to implore you, do not go to a punk show. And if you do not go crowd surfing. So otherwise your dad's going to have a story to hold over your now slightly misshapen head for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Nice.